Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here today from My Phenomenal Figures. In this video today we have got my WWE Royal Rumble predictions. I cannot believe that it is that time again. It is time to predict the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is this Saturday in Saudi Arabia. It is on 7 o'clock. I'm from Ireland, as you guys know, so it's on 7 o'clock for me. So the Rumble match probably, I think it's going to be around like 8, 9 maybe, around then. But we got to get through a few matches before then. So, yeah, it's going to be a really good show. I'm really looking forward to it. I think that they have built a really solid card for this show. And just coming off a Saturday Night's Main Event last weekend that I thought was actually the best Saturday Night's Main Event we've ever had. Thought it was really solid. Good show. I thought we can break down a quick review of Saturday Night's Main Event. Opener, we had a brawl, which I actually thought was pretty sick, with Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes. Meant to be a match, but turned into a brawl. McIntyre attacks them, setting up for a triple threat match. We're going to talk more about that later. Then we had the women's tag team title match. Rio versus the Judgment Day, an absolute banger of a match. A bit sloppy, but I thought they put in some effort for that match, and I did think for the most part that match was actually pretty good. I liked it. Then there was AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which was an absolute banger. It was slow and maybe at some parts it didn't look the greatest, but I thought it was actually still a great match. Was it like a great match? No, but I thought it was like an 8 out of 10 match. Really good. Then the main event, Fatal 4-Way for a number one contendership match for Drew's title, and then Sami ended up winning in a good match. Yeah, everything was good. Let's get into the Rumble predictions. We're going to start with the other matches first, and then we will end it with the Rumble matches, obviously. I'm going to end with the women's and the men's. Okay, so the first match that we are going to be talking about, my bloody camera won't stay still. There we go. First match that we're going to be talking about is for the WWE Undisputed Championship. It is Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Now, this is in Saudi Arabia, so that's why they gave it to Sami Zayn. Pretty much, I'm just going to say that's pretty much the reason why they gave it to Sami, because Sami is like, I don't know exactly what the big deal with Sami in Saudi is. I don't know. He used to not go to these shows, but now he does. It's something to do with his religion, but he's loved in Saudi, basically, right? Sami Zayn is loved in Saudi. It's like his second hometown, basically, for WWE. You know, when like they're in the hometown and you're getting a push and the crowd's behind you. Basically, like, you know what I mean by this? Like, I'm talking about like second hometown in wrestling, not like actually like a second hometown. That's basically what it is for Sami Zayn. He won the match in Montreal in Canada in Saturday Night's Main Event, as I've just mentioned, last Saturday. And now this Saturday, they're in his second house, his second home for WWE, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. They're in Saudi for the Rumble. I think the Rumble's still going to be a good show, even though it's in Saudi. But let's get into my prediction for this match. Right. So, now, there's a chance that maybe Sami Zayn wins because they're in Riyadh and because they're in Saudi, right? And let's say Drew, right? He attacked Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes at Saturday Night's Main Event. Literally, just as I was filming, I'll put it in the background. I literally just got a package from Amazon that I did order. This is something that I ordered. It is a figure. We will be doing a video on that. But anyways, back to this match. I just had to open the door to get that, so it literally came right as I was filming this video. Okay, Sami, Drew. I was mentioning Cody and Jacob when this happened. So, Drew McIntyre attacked Cody and Jacob Fatu. I'm going to put these into the frame because they are involved with the world title picture right now. We'll push over the camera a little bit. There we go. And then I got to add in Cody. If I zoom out, oh no, not that much. We should be able to have Cody also be in the frame. There we go. So, there is a possible chance that Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes get involved. I think that these are going to be in the match. If this wasn't Rumble, I would say like 100% they're getting involved. I think, right? But this is Royal Rumble, right? Cody and Jacob are both going to want to be in the Royal Rumble match, and they're both going to be competing in that match. So I'm not really 100% sure if they are going to do like the whole attack thing in this match. It is possible. There's two ways I see this match going. Number one is Jacob, Cody attack. They take out Drew. They kind of cause a distraction. That gives an opening for Sami Zayn to win the title. Sami wins the title here in Saudi Arabia. That's the first prediction. And then Sami has an open challenge. A few weeks later, Drew wins it back. Would I be surprised if they did this? Not really, but it's kind of like we're just tossing the title around. It's like yeah, hot potato with the title. It's a bit ridiculous. I don't know why you don't just. What I would have is Drew wins. He pretty much demolishes, not demolished, but he puts a good beating on Sammy. Wins clean, hits a few claymores, gives him a bit of a beating. Then you set up for the triple threat match at WrestleMania. After the match, you're gonna have Jacob, Cody come out. They get a little bit of a brawl. One of them stands tall. That leads to that's like leading to the triple threat match. If I had to predict someone though, I'm gonna go with Drew, just because I think it is a little bit more messy if Sammy wins. I think Drew might cheat to win. There's a chance that Sammy wins, but my prediction is going to be the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. I think McIntyre is taking the dub on this one. Next match, guys. Retaining the title. AJ Styles versus Gunther. If AJ loses, he has to retire, man. If you guys don't know, you probably know this by now if you've been watching my channel. And my name is literally My Phenomenal Figures. The wrestler that got me into WWE, the first wrestler that I really started to like, was AJ Styles. When I started watching wrestling around, it was like 2017, leading into 2018. So it would have been just around I gotta think of the exact time when I started watching, because I can't remember the exact date, the exact match. I can't really remember. I think it was something to do with AJ Styles is what I remember. I think it was a Backlash show, and it was something. I just remember seeing that poster, and I remember watching that on the network. But anyways, I remember even watching Rumbles back in my cousin's house, and Rumbles in my own house, like old Rumbles or Battle Royales. I think it was Battle Royales and Rumbles, yeah. So basically, when I started watching wrestling, the champ at the time was AJ Styles. Their guy was AJ Styles back in 2017. This was late 2017, going in 2018. And my favorite wrestler was AJ Styles. He was my favorite wrestler. He instantly became my favorite. I loved the glove thing he did. I loved his moveset. I loved his theme song. Theme song helped so much with a wrestler, man. It's such a banger of a theme. I loved AJ. I love AJ, man. He's one of my favorites. He's literally him and Roman are my two top favorites. See, Roman kind of overtook him for a while because they were doing a lot more with Roman. But now that they're doing more with AJ, less with Roman, they're always going to be my tied two top favorite wrestlers. It's always going to be AJ and Roman. AJ Styles is the guy who got me into wrestling. And I love this feud with Samoa Joe. I like this feud with Daniel Bryan. AJ was the guy who got me into WWE. So to see him retire is going to be very sad, man. It's this is like John Cena. It was sad for me, but John Cena wasn't I didn't grow up with John Cena, right? John Cena was there and he was around sometimes, right? But he would only nip in and out of WWE. Like he'd show up Mania, or he'd show up, Mania mainly, and maybe he'll show up at the Rumble for a promo, or the road to WrestleMania. You get what I'm saying, right? AJ's my guy. It's like Roman. When Roman retires, that's going to be a sad day, man. AJ is my guy. AJ is my John Cena. He's basically my John Cena. So if AJ loses this match, it's gonna really give me a bit of a downer. I'm gonna be a bit down if that happens on the Royal Rumble, because it's I don't know why he's retiring at the Royal Rumble. In Saudi Arabia, I don't really understand why he wants to retire in Saudi Arabia when he could retire in his hometown of Georgia, or he could retire in America, but they may not be going that way. Another reason is I think that people are saying he got a secret retirement run, which I thought there was some parts that were good. The match with Shinsuke was really good. The match with Punk was okay. I didn't think that was too great. The tag team title reign was mid at best. I thought it was okay. They put on a few good matches. And then he had the Cena match. I think there might have been some other stuff in there. Cena match, incredible. Cinema. Pure cinema. Banger. Honestly, would be up there top 10 favorite matches of all time. Great match. Loved it. Tribute to wrestling, that match was. But all the other stuff I mentioned was just okay. The match with Shinsuke was the only other standout there, kind of, in my opinion. Tag team title reign was okay. At least AJ got something more. But I personally want to see AJ go more, man. I would love to see AJ. I've been wanting to see AJ Styles hold another world title now for ages. Hasn't happened. It just doesn't feel like enough for him to retire. This just doesn't feel like, oh yeah, he's done enough in the last year to go out. I think he deserves way more than this. I don't think we're giving him his flowers. They could give him his video packages and all that, but here's the thing, right? They could play a video package before the match, and if they play a video package before the match, I think he's done. But if afterwards and he loses and then they play a video package, very possible. They could do a screwy finish with this, with like, let's just say some bullshit happens where Gunther wins, but it's like a cheap win where like he like tapped out to AJ, just like they did on Raw where he tapped out to AJ, and then Gunther beats him, like a similar enough ending to that. And then Adam Pearce was like, no, AJ, you don't have to retire. Gunther cheated to win you. That wasn't a clean win. You don't have to retire. Something like that. They could always bring in someone to help AJ Styles. But my final prediction for this match, my final prediction is going to be, it's very hard to predict, but unfortunately, I think that this is the road. The road is over for AJ. I think his run is done. I think this is it. I really do truly believe. I think, I'm a little bit like 90%. I think it's done. 10%, it might still be going. Honestly, maybe they've swerved me that much, but the fact that they did a match with Shinsuke Nakamura said that he asked AJ when they were on tour in Japan in October, when do you want to retire? AJ said, Royal Rumble. It's like he's already had a secret retirement run already. They just released a bunch of AJ Styles merch as well. There's even a t-shirt I want to get my hands on one day. Like, the signs are pointing to Gunther's winning, AJ's done. That report tells me AJ's, it could be a swerve. Could totally be a swerve. But he had the match with Cena. He had the fake retirement tour, people are saying. I don't know, man. I think AJ's done, unfortunately. I hope AJ's not done. If AJ Styles retires, I will have to make like a video like dedicated to him, and I'll have to talk about it a little more like I did here, but I'll like show off my collection and just say some of my favorite AJ moments, man. But I really do truly hope this is not the end for AJ Styles. I hope that I'm wrong, but my prediction, unfortunately, is going to be this absolute moron, Gunther, who can get out of here. I also think it's like, here's the thing, right? If he has a retirement match against Gunther, like, the story's been okay. It's just been like, oh, AJ's like, you disrespected Cena, and then like Gunther's like, oh yes, I tapped him out like a little bitch. Like that's literally the story, right? Like, I would want AJ Styles to have a better retirement opponent than that. Person that comes to my mind is Finn Balor. I think that'd be 10 times better. Let's get into the Women's Royal Rumble. I'm done with this match. I'm done. Okay, it is time to talk about the Women's Royal Rumble match that I think is going to open the show. Anyways, I'll go over the women's figures I have in the crowd. I literally just added Nikki Cross because I just got her, and this is pretty much every single women's figure that I have that is currently on the main roster right now. Plus, I have 2 more, which I think are going to be returns. I also have Scarlett and Sasha Banks, but they're both released, so what was the point in showing them in this video? Anyways, let's go over the Women's Royal Rumble match. I think that there's only really about a few possible winners, so I guess we'll talk about the returns and then we'll take them out. Yeah, you know what? I'll set up my zoom out like that. That will do, yeah. Okay, so we can see them all on my tripod. I know that will do. It doesn't look 100% the greatest, but it is what it is. Okay, the first return that I see happening. There's probably some other ones, but I'm not really bothered to sit here and mention another one. Oh, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, they could enter the Royal Rumble as well. Yeah, that's really all, you know. Rhea, maybe Trish Stratus, and the Bellas. Okay, Tiffany Stratton, I think she's 100% is making her return. It won't focus, but Tiffany Stratton, is this like, does this just not focus or something? Okay, Tiffany Stratton. We will add her to the section. Where will we add her? Just okay. These two aren't gonna win anyways, I don't think, but I did want to mention them. You know what? Let's just put Tiffany Stratton here. Okay, we'll come back to them. Then the other return that I think is going to happen is Bianca Belair. Okay, so I think it's quite obvious that she's going to return. She did have finger injury, so I think she's going to come back. Okay, Nikki Cross is not winning this match. I just wanted to include her because I got the figure recently, and I just put everyone that I had in the women's collection in the ring. Bayley is not winning this match. Becky, I don't see it. Oh, yeah, AJ Lee. She will also make a return. She will be in the match, and she will probably eliminate Becky, or Becky will eliminate her. I'd say AJ will eliminate Becky. That will lead to their IC title feud at WrestleMania. Io, I do not see them giving it to. Io Sky. Charlotte and Alexa, I think that they are going to lead to the breakup in this match. I think they're going to plant some more seeds, like maybe accidentally one of them will get eliminated. I think that's probably what they're going to do with these two. I don't think they're going to split until Mania, though. They might keep them as a tag team. Then I'm going to bring in all the people that I think have a possible chance of winning this match. Oh, god damn it. Okay. They will not stand. Okay, you know what? There we go. Okay. I hate when they don't stand like that. Okay, so the people that I think that have a chance of winning is these four. There's always going to be like a final four. I could have the final four crack on. I could have the final four right here in the ring. I don't know. I was trying to say something, but anyways, doesn't matter. This could possibly be the final four, right? I'm just going to say this is the final four. You know, I'll predict these four will be the final four. These are kind of like the four favorites. Rhea, Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, and Bianca. First one I'm going to get rid of is Liv Morgan. I don't see them giving it to her, so I'm going to get rid of her first. The next wrestler that I'm going to get rid of is probably obvious, Tiffany Stratton. I think she has a chance, but I don't see them giving it to her. I don't think she's going to win it. The two that it comes down to, though, is Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair. I personally want Liv Morgan to win because I think she deserves it a lot more than Bianca. Bianca literally has been out for a month since last WrestleMania. Actually, no, she was appeared at SummerSlam. She was like the special guest referee. But her last match was at Mania. She has a finger injury. She's out. She's done. And I want Liv to win anyways because I think she's been the better person in the women's division. I think Liv's been like one of the better wrestlers in the women's division now for the past past like 2 years since she's had that feud with Rhea. Even before that, I thought she was doing pretty good work. There's Stephanie versus Raquel on Monday Night Raw for the title. It could possibly go that Raquel wins, and then that leads to Liv Morgan versus Raquel. My prediction is going to be either one of these, to be honest. I think there's a possibility that it's Bianca, she returns, she wins. And there's a very much possibility that it is Liv Morgan. But to predict the match, it's kind of boring if Bianca wins because then it's just like, oh, she's going to face Jade. If Liv wins, at least it's like, oh, will she face Stephanie? Will she face Raquel? If Raquel wins the title, then it's like, oh, don't pick me, pick Jade, you know? It's kind of, they can play on that. But I don't know if they're going to give it to Liv Morgan. I think that I could see her just doing like the second place thing again. They do this every single year. So I think it easily could be Liv Morgan. But my prediction is going to be Bianca Belair. I need to update the WrestleMania poster or the WrestleMania sign. There it is. Bianca Belair wins the Women's Royal Rumble match. Moving on. Okay, the men's Royal Rumble match. I will add in some other figures as well that I think are possible. I just basically put the Vision in the ring. Because, you know, let's just start getting rid of them. Kit Wilson, I think that he will have a viral moment to where he will come out. Maybe it will be like he won't even enter the Rumble or something. They'll come out, he'll play his theme song, and he'll walk away. Could be something like that. He gets scared by Bronson Reed, by Braun Breaker, by Alba Femi, by Brock Lesnar. Something like that. It could be that Kit Wilson is number 2 and Braun Breaker is number 1. Kit Wilson enters the ring only for about a second and he breaks the record for becoming the shortest in the Royal Rumble. If that's possible. I don't know. Maybe they probably is possible to make it even shorter. But yeah, that's why Kit Wilson in the ring. I don't think he's winning it. I just think he's going to have a viral moment in the match. Okay. Moving on, they did announce that the whole Vision is going to be in this match. So, let me get into my Vision stuff, everything that involves around the Vision. I think that LA Knight, 100% is coming back for the Royal Rumble match. So, here he is, the megastar. I think that LA Knight is going to get revenge on, let's say, Bronson Reed, right? He is going to eliminate at least Bronson or Logan, because I don't think they have a chance of winning. Then also he might be getting some help with Roman Reigns with the OTC, who can also take out the Vision. So let's just take Big Belly Reed out of here because he ain't winning. Let's take Logano Paul out of here because he ain't winning. Then we are left with these. I think that there is a possibility that they do something with Oh man, his feet need to be planted. I hate when that happens. I think that there is a possibility that they do something with Austin Theory. You know, just, oh my god, Austin Theory, to where Seth Rollins, I don't know if he's going to be in the match, but he comes out to cause a distraction. Seth comes out, causes a distraction, so then Theory can hit a curb stomp on Breakker and eliminate Breakker. That is a possibility, but we're going to move Theory out of the ring. Seth Rollins, I don't know if he's going to win it. If he comes back and he's in the match, he's going to have a match with Punk, potentially. He is a potential winner, but I'm not going to go with Seth Rollins. Another storyline that has been going on for months now, that has been going on the last few weeks, is Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu. Just move him out of the way for a minute. I think that these two are basically going to cause each other to get eliminated, and that sets up for the triple threat at WrestleMania. I don't think either of these are winning. Cody, hell no, please do not give it to Cody back-to-back 3 again. I actually would love to see Jacob Fatu win it. My top 3 that I want to win it are Jacob, Roman, and LA Knight. But I don't think that they're going to give it to Jacob. I don't think this is the year. I think there's too much going on with other stuff. Possible returns. We also got a possible return. We already talked about LA Knight. Where is my other possible return? The one that everybody is saying, the one that everybody thinks, the possible return of Chris Jericho. I see Chris Jericho. Hopefully he is like number 30. He comes out and he returns in this match. Right, I think I've mentioned more or less everything. Now I gotta get... Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar will also be in the match. Where's my Oba Femi figure? I think that's Trick Williams. He'll also be in the match. Okay, there we go. Sorry, all my figures are over here. So I think that there will also be like a spot with Oba Femi, the big man himself, and Brock Lesnar. Possibly like one of these, you know. He gets hit with an F5 and then boom, eliminate both of them because they're not both of them aren't gonna win it. Oh, it's so hard. You gotta mention all this stuff, man. You gotta mention every possibility. AJ and Gunther, I think they will be in the match as well. Or AJ or Gunther, either one of them could be in the match after this whole retirement match. Trick Williams or Randy Orton are gonna also set up a feud in this match. One of them will get eliminated to set up the match. Whew, okay, the final 4, I think I'm going to say, will be Roman Reigns, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, and... oh my god. These figures don't stand. Okay, and maybe Chris Jericho if he's at 30, but there could be someone else in there, so we'll say... I don't know, we'll say like Jacob Fatu. He could be in like the top 4. Alright, so I forgot to mention Finn Balor. There's a possible thing that could happen with him. Really quickly, I'll break it down for you. So, they do this a bit with Royal Rumbles where basically someone comes out, it's like a jobber, and they get taken out, and the wrestler takes their place. Finn said he wants to declare for the Royal Rumble to Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce said, Finn, I cannot do that for you. The Rumble spots have all been filled. So, I think that Finn Balor is going to basically do what I just said. Sorry. I think he's going to take out Akira Tozawa or someone like this, a jobber. Tozawa comes out from behind. Balor attacks him. Balor walks down to the Rumble, takes his spot, and enters this match. I think that is going to happen. I think that there's a chance that Finn comes close to winning it. I don't think he'll win it, though. I think that there also is a return. There's also a return I didn't mention, actually. Hold on. Really quickly, I'll mention this one. I think Dominic will come back in this Royal Rumble match. We haven't seen him for weeks. He is out with an injury. I think he probably is injured, but with the IC title, holding that thing hostage. So I think that Finn will probably most likely eliminate Dom, or Dom will eliminate Finn. That will lead to them having a feud. But I basically will have Finn in my final 4 or Jacob Fatu. We're going to get rid of Finn first, though, because I don't think Finn's winning. My Balor leg broke, or foot, so I need to fix that. But I don't think Finn's winning. I don't see them giving it to Finn. I'd love Finn to win, but I unfortunately just do not think that he is going to get the Royal Rumble dub. Next up, we got the Tribal Chief, the OT... Or no, who will I eliminate next? Breaker. I think that Breaker is having a match with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. I don't think he is going for the world title since he already did his match with Punk and he lost. So the final 2 that I think it comes down to that I think have the most chance of winning... it's LA Knight, who I would absolutely love to win, and I'd love to see LA Knight win, and he goes on and he has a match with Punk. I would love it. I think Roman's also going to have a match with Punk. I think the match for Drew's title, like I keep saying, is Sammy, Jacob, Drew. I think that's that. Either one of these will go on to WrestleMania and face CM Punk. I think there's a chance that LA Knight wins, and I think there's a chance that Roman Reigns wins, but my prediction is going to be Roman freaking Reigns. Roman Reigns wins the Rumble. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, for the women's, I went with Bianca Belair, and for the men's, I went with Roman Reigns. The most obvious, kind of boring choices, but I think this is probably the safest. Also, like I said, I think Liv Morgan, very high chance she wins. Still gonna throw that out there. And I also think that there's a possible chance that LA Knight also wins. So yeah, and Breaker. So thank you, love, for watching my Phenomenal Figures Royal Rumble predictions. Fun fact for you, the last 3 years I have got this wrong. At least for the men's, I'm not sure about the women, so hopefully I do get it right this year. But my Phenomenal Figures out. Enjoy the Rumble on Saturday.